Hey, how are you? I'm Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Riser Fall to talk about some college football Saturday DFS. Hang around and let's dig into it. We'll get back on the horse after a wild couple weeks of NFL. Hang here, I'll be right back. Hey, hello, and we are back once again. I am Chris Robin, aka at Detroit Beastie, here with Team Riser Fall to talk about college football Saturday. Saturday, I believe it's the 20th already. I mean, time is just whoop going by in a breeze. Before we get into the video here and the players I want to talk about, and I promise you, I say this at the beginning of every video, I won't keep you here long, and yet before you know it, we're here 16 minutes, 20 minutes, but sooner or later, it's going to be 45 minutes, and that's the way it's going to go. Not this time, I promise. 10 minutes or less, or it's free. Video's already free, so you see that little trick I tried to play on you. But before we get into the video, make sure you go to Team Riser Fall, like, share, subscribe. You know the deal. Everybody's been so good about that. And the premium memberships, look at the graphics. Boop, boop. There it is, $9.99 a week or $29.99 a month. It's all up to you. The Discord is free. Bottom of the Barrel is free. And actually, all these single game DFS videos are free. And we're just, you can move at your own pace, do what you want, and go where you want to do. Hopefully, you join the Discord. It's all free. Hopefully, you sign up for a premium membership. If you don't, make sure you're in the Discord because sooner or later, you're going to get in and you're going to want that premium membership. Now, let's talk about college football Saturday. Can you believe it? I mean, Thanksgiving is a few days away. Right now, it's Saturday. And again, Thanksgiving is like 4 or 5 days away. Shocking to me. Sorry to keep mentioning how fast time is going by, but it's just on the top of my brain right now. But let's move on. College football Saturday. As I said, there's 14 games this afternoon. 14 games, 12 p.m. noon kickoff per usual here. So let's dig into it. Now, normally, I would say the last 2, maybe 3 weeks, there was no video because I was so behind. I was so busy doing single game stuff, doing NHL stuff for Team Riser Fall. Go check that out. So normally, I would just take a screenshot of my notes. Everybody liked those. But when you get back down to it, at least me, I love the videos. I love making the graphics. So let's talk about Tanner Mordecai. CMU in Cincinnati, Tanner, $9,000 on FanDuel, only $8,700 on DraftKings. Now with Tanner, going to be a fantastic matchup given the fact that Southern Methodist, SMU, they're 11.5-point road dogs in this one. Cincinnati, they've been okay against the pass, 165-ish, I believe, if you round up, yards per game. So to me, Tanner Mordecai is an outstanding move. And I have these other little notes I found in, and I'd like to give them to you. Tanner Mordecai averages 38.1 passing attempts a game. In a game in Cincinnati where they're the underdog, Tanner is going to be throwing the ball a ton. So don't miss out here. Now, I'm hesitant to bring up DTR, aka Dorian Thompson Robinson. UCLA goes to USC today, but the rub here is he's not available on DraftKings. Dorian only available on FanDuel. $10,700. DTR, as I call him, 27 attempts a game here. Nothing crazy, but I love the idea of a stack here. Dorian Thompson Robinson and Jordan Travis, who is my next selection here. Jordan Travis, Florida State's quarterback in Boston College. Jordan Travis, $8,600 on FanDuel, $7,000 on DraftKings. Now with Jordan Travis, as you can see, Florida State only averages about 16.3 passing attempts a game, but he's that dual threat here where he can run, he can take off with it, and that's what we're going to get. So on FanDuel, as it stands right now, you have a lot of super flex lineups and things along those lines. I love the idea of Dorian Thompson Robinson and Jordan Travis here. Let's talk about Spencer Rattler briefly. I know that's crazy. Chris, why are you mentioning Spencer Rattler? Oklahoma Sooners, they take on the Iowa State Cyclones. And as it stands now, Spencer Rattler, he lost his job, right? Well, I hold your horses here. Caleb Williams has been kind of stuttering a little bit, but that's okay. He's a young kid. I believe he's only a freshman here. This job was always Spencer Rattler. Heck, people were talking about Rattler being a top 5 draft selection, and then boom, he hit a wall and he wasn't doing much. In comes Caleb, and he was lighting the world on fire. But I'm saying it now, I wouldn't be shocked to see Spencer Rattler get the start today for the Oklahoma Sooners. As I said, $6,500 on FanDuel, only $9,000 on DraftKings. To me, Spencer makes for a fantastic play in a GPP on FanDuel or DraftKings. He gets the start, or he gets in, second, third quarter. Boom, we're off and running here. Let's talk about running backs briefly. Kenneth Walker III, Michigan State Spartans. Go to Ohio State. Going to be a great matchup for us Big Ten slappies. But to me, Kenneth Walker III, $9,200 on FanDuel, and an same price on DraftKings, $9,200 on DraftKings. One thing that stood out to me, and I keep, if you notice, I keep looking down at my notes, which I'll share a screenshot of them. But to me, Kenny Walker III averages 22.6 carries a game. Nuts to me. If he's not at the top of the Heisman Trophy ballot, I don't know what the heck the college football voters are doing. Trayvon Henderson, same game, opposite sideline. You know what you're going to get with Trayvon Henderson. They're hosting the Michigan State Spartans. Hendy, $10,000 on FanDuel, $8,500 on DraftKings. And with Hendy, he's averaging about 14 rushes a game. I know that's a little, it's not very sexy when you compare him to a guy like Kenneth Walker or the next 2 running backs I want to mention, but he doesn't need that much. Ohio State just pounds people. They shove it in their throat and they go down the field on them. But I'm saying, if you're in a pinch, or you want like a super chalky player, Trayvon Henderson, not the worst idea, not the worst move you can do. I want to stop here. Pittsburgh is playing University of Virginia here. Israel Abanikada, I believe that's how you say his name. Israel Abakani here. FanDuel, $6,200 on DraftKings, $5,300. Now this kid, he's a dog, right? He averages, I believe, looking at my notes here, 12 or 13 carries in a game here. And with Abakani, let me scroll down in my notes here. I don't want to leave you in the lurch because I knew I had something good to say about him. So he has my attention because the Cavs, University of Virginia, they're 123rd overall in the country in allowing 263 rushing yards a game. Pitt, they're unbelievable because of this kid, Obigani. Israel Obigani. You guys are going to kill me in the comments, but here it is. Get him in your lineups, makes for an awesome GPP play. And if you want to sprinkle him in cash lineups, have at it, given the fact that his, not ownership, but his price tag is so low. Israel, $6,200 on FanDuel. Only $5,300 on DraftKings. Breece Hall, quickly, Iowa State Cyclones, go to OU, take on the Sooners here. You know what you're going to get with Hall. $11,000 on FanDuel, $9,400 on DraftKings. 21.5 rushes a game here. That's sick. We know what we're going to get from him. I already said that. But just be careful with that. I don't want to say this is a trap game for Breece Hall. The kid's going to be, really shine at the next level. But there's a lot of other ways I would prefer to go here. Just wanted to say that. You might say, well, Chris, why would you bring up a guy, mention his price tag in the video if you don't want to play him? Just trying to help you folks out. That's all I'm doing. Let's go down to the wide receivers, and that's it. I'll get you the heck out of here. Although I do have a portion here in the video. It'll be like a quick hitter. I have about 5 or 6 quick hits here. 2 quarterbacks, 2 running backs, a couple wide receivers, and then that's it. Let's talk about A.T. Perry. Wake Forest goes to Clemson. Perry, $8,100 on FanDuel. Let me hold my notes so I'm not looking over the whole time. A.T. Perry, what'd I say? $8,100 on FanDuel. DraftKings, $8,200 here. This kid, what's wild to me, and I wrote this in my notes here, first time ever in terms of target share. A.T. Perry, 28.9% target share overall so far. So what the heck do you think he's going to do against Clemson here? Clemson's defense, sure, I take back what I said. They're somewhat tough. They're 32nd overall against the pass this season. They allow 205.2 passing yards a game here, but to me, A.T. Perry with that target share, no-brainer here. Let's mention a couple Iowa State Cyclone wide receivers. I love the idea of stacking both Charlie Kolar and Xavier Hutchinson. Kolar, briefly, $6,900 on FanDuel, $4,500 on DraftKings. Kolar, again, 21, let's just call it 22% target share for Charlie in this Iowa State Cyclones offense here. And then right on the same page here, Xavier Hutchinson, $8,900 on FanDuel, $7,500 on DraftKings. He's got an even higher target share, 25.7% target share. So if you can somehow get Kolar and Xavier Hutchinson in your lineup, you're looking at almost 50% of the targets in that offense in this game is going to go to those two kids. You gotta love it, right? Let's talk about, I want to also, I hate doing this. I take my notes and then I see where it gets me. I look at the players first, right? I write it all down and then I dig in. What's their price tag here? What's their price tag there? As I mentioned, I believe it was, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, UCLA quarterback, not available on DraftKings. And then I got to Tay Martin, Oklahoma State's wide receiver at Texas Tech. On FanDuel, Tay Martin, $8,000 even. On DraftKings, he's unavailable. So I hate to say it. So, you can take what I say and scrap it or go back from there. But Tay Martin, very much in play on FanDuel, given the fact almost 28% target share here, 7.7 receptions a game he averages here. So to me, Tay Martin, you want some of that. Let's do the quick hits and I'll get you the heck out of here. I think we just went over 10 minutes. That's okay. Thanks for sticking around. Thanks for supporting me. Now I got some graphics here. Let's let them run. Payton Thorne, Michigan State at Ohio State. Payton, $8,200 on FanDuel, $7,000 on DraftKings against an Ohio State Buckeyes defense that can be had in the air. Their secondary is it's iffy here. He attempts 27.6 passes a game. Love the idea. Kenny Pickett, Pittsburgh, their quarterback. Kenny Pickett, as I said, playing Virginia. $10,800 on FanDuel, only $9,100 on DraftKings, 38.7 pass attempts a game. That is insane to me. Make sure you look at Kenny Pickett in both GPPs and cash games. Jahmyr Gibbs, Georgia Tech is going to Notre Dame. Gibbs, $8,000 on FanDuel, $6,600 on DraftKings. This kid, 15, let's just call it what it is, 16% target share in this offense. He's off the beaten path. Not too many folks are talking about him, but just look it over and see what you need. Running back, you can always use a running back on FanDuel or DraftKings. Let's go back to the Florida State at Boston College game. Jashawn Corbin, Florida State's running back, $7,500 on FanDuel, only $6,800 on DraftKings. Target share, it's okay. It's around 12%, but in a game where I firmly believe Jordan Travis gets it done with his arms and his legs, Jashawn Corbin should have some sort of role, some sort of, share here that will pay off. Greg Dulcich, UCLA at USC. Hesitate to say it because they're at UCLA at USC game, not available on DraftKings, but Greg, $7,000 on FanDuel. He catches around 5.5 passes a game, just call it 6 here, and it equals around a 21% target share. So for all you guys playing on FanDuel, stack Dorian Thompson-Robinson with Greg Dulcich and call it a day. One more guy I want to mention in the Michigan State-Ohio State game. If you don't know, I'm such a Big Ten slappy, and maybe it's showing a little bit in the video, but that's fine. I wouldn't lead you astray. I wouldn't tell you anything I wouldn't do myself. Michigan State wide receiver Jaden Reed, $7,700 on FanDuel, $6,500 on DraftKings. Get this, you pair him with Payton Thorne and you stack him with Kenny Walker III. Jalen Reed, 7.4 receptions a game, and he's commanding a 28.7% target share a game here. So between Payton Thorne, Kenny Walker III, and Jalen Reed, you will have that Michigan State offense wrapped up tight, and let's roll with it. I appreciate you for being here. If you ever need anything, you can find me on Twitter at TeamRiserFall or on Twitter at DetroitBeastie in the Discord. Make sure after this video you like, you share, you subscribe, and check out what premium services you'd like here. Week 11 of the NFL season is upon us. Hopefully you're doing okay. If you need a little boost, you need a little bump, find me on Team Riser Fall. Go to the website, subscribe now, and see what we can get. Until then, let's meet again, say Sunday evening for Sunday Night Football. Until then, I will see you later. Be safe and enjoy the weekend. Turkey Day's right around the corner. Bye.